Hello, everyone. Welcome to Refresh F5 Ministries. I'm Patty Lee, and today we are going to talk about faith versus trust. What's the difference? So I'm just going to tell you from my own personal experience and just a season that God has me in right now. So when I looked up what the difference was between the two, it says faith is fundamentally about belief and conviction, whereas trust is about action, experience, and evidence. Faith means believing in something without tangible proof. Trust means relying on someone or something based on a proven track record. So, of course, when we're talking about God and He's asking us to have faith and trust, if you're like me, when He first told me to build my trust through this year, 2026, I thought, well, Lord, I already have faith. I mean, faith means I trust you. But that's not actually true because faith is I believe that he can and will do something. But trust is, do I actually believe that he will do it for me? So we just have to put our trust in the Lord and know that he is going to take care of everything. There is a scripture in Nehemiah that talks about to look back at your past, at the former things that He has done for you. And when you take a recollection of everything that He has done for you, it's a little bit easier to believe that He's going to continue to do for you. I know right now I'm in a situation where I'm going to be quite honest with you. I feel like every way that I turn, there's no there's no definite answer for taking care of my situation. It's just my hands are tied in every direction that I move. And God just keeps bringing me to quit focusing on my situation and to focus on him and to focus on the things that he has called me to do, which he has called me to do a ministry. And that involves doing my YouTube videos, it involves doing podcasts, and then also working on a cafe ministry, which means I, with him, came up with the entire business plan, and the whole vision is all written on paper so that I can show other people what the vision is. But I also have to raise money for it. And in order for me to do that, I consistently every day have to work on my ministry. So, what I can say to you to encourage you is what is something that you feel like your hands are tied? And every time you turn, whether you turn to the right or you turn to the left or you look behind you, you're like, I just don't know what the answer is. But we know who does know the answer. And if he's not choosing to tell you at this moment, it's because he doesn't want to share his plan with you. Because if you're like me, most likely you're going to mess it up. You're going to get in the way, then he's going to have to undo everything that you did because you jumped ahead of him and tried to do things on your own. I know that that's how it is with me. Every time I think, okay, God, I've got this. Like, I know what I need to do because I know how I need to handle my situation. He's like, honey, I'm the one that created you. So I know more about you than you know about yourself. So if I allowed you to get into this situation, why would I not have a plan for you to be able to handle this situation? The other thing is that I have learned through this season of my life is that the more I have to walk in faith, which means basically I'm walking without seeing the full picture. I have glimpses of it, but I have the picture, I just don't have the plan. So as I'm doing that, it is building my faith and my trust because I really don't have any other choice. There's no way that my mind can think of how I need to plan taking care of this issue. So I'm just sitting and I'm waiting. I'm waiting on God because it's all about his perfect timing. And we need to just realize that when he has called us to to partner with him and to do something that he's asking you to do, we just need to be obedient and to do exactly what he's asking us to do because he sees a bigger picture. He knows who it needs to speak to. He knows how it needs to help you. It's for a much greater cause than you could ever imagine. So I'm going to leave you with a scripture that pertains to everything that we're talking about. It's in Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." So just remember, if you begin taking on your situation and creating a solution for it yourself, you're probably going to make that path crooked. And when you make the path crooked, then he has to realign you and get you back on the straight path. So don't waste your time doing the things that only he can do. And you do the things that only you can do through his help, his direction, his strength, his courage. And the other thing I want you to remember is most likely, because it's like this with me every time, when he calls me to do something, it's not something I know how to do, or it's not something that comes easily to me. It usually takes a lot of courage and a lot of his strength. So again, remember to always look straight on the straight and narrow path and always look up to him. Remember when Peter was asked by Jesus to get off the boat into the water and come to him. So Jesus is actually standing on the water, like far away from the boat. And he says to Jesus, or he says to he says to Peter, "Get off the boat and come to me." Now, the crazy thing about that is there were other people in the boat with Peter when this happened. And not one time did Jesus say, "Peter, get off the boat and come to me." He just said, "Get off the boat and come to me," which was an open invitation to each and every person that was on that boat. So Peter was the only one that had the courage to do it. And as long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he was walking on the water. But the minute he took his eyes off of Jesus, he started sinking. So just keep that in mind. All right. If you enjoyed this message and you love coming to Refresh F5 Ministries for some words of encouragement, I just ask that you subscribe to this channel. Please like this video and share this out with your family and friends so that they will know about this channel. Also, if you would like to sow a seed into my ministry so that I can continue doing these videos and podcasts for you, I just ask that you look in the description below. I will have the information that you can go to sow a seed into this ministry. And I want to go ahead and thank you in advance for watching this video and subscribing to this channel, and also for the seed that you sow. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye now.